Look at this! Boys from the Dwarf back together again for the first time in a million years.
Give me a hug. Come on.
Big filthy hugs.
You smell terrible.
Thank you very much. Sorry.
Little bit of belly.
Little treat for the boys and girls. Nice to see you again, mate. Here is your wrestling.
Demonetized. It's too sexual.
A heel general manager storyline has been pitched in AEW. We have the backstage reaction to Kyle O'Reilly's injury angle and an update on Konnan following a health scare yesterday. We'll get to that in a bit. Excuse me! Not my words, the words of that angry woman in Tesco yesterday. I saw you, and I thought you were rude. You're on the list. Also the words of Vicky Guerrero, who has pitched a very unique wrestling storyline, hasn't she, Adam?
Never been done. She's a visionary, to say the least. Speaking on the AEW Unrestricted podcast, Vicky has been pitching a heel general manager storyline. She said, well, I've submitted a storyline to the agents about being a general manager. I know there's no general manager on AEW. So, Basic Instinct with Sharon Stone, where she's at the desk and she has the long legs and she crosses them. She wears a short skirt. That's the quote. I wore the pause button out of my remote control, I tell you what, watching that, Tom. And she continues, I can picture me trying to manipulate Tony Khan by romancing him and being seductive with him and giving him my woman power to say, just let me be general manager. Just for a month, just let me try it. Of course, as a heel, I'm never going to be a general manager, but I think the segments would be incredibly uncomfortable for Tony so that it would get great ratings. I don't understand what she's saying. So she's saying that she's pitching this, and then she's going, of course, I'm never going to be a general manager.
Is it reverse psychology there?
Maybe, I don't know.
You don't want me in the photograph. You don't want me as general manager, do you now? Now, I'm not. I liked Vicky Guerrero as general manager.
She was brilliant, man.
One of
the best heels of the last 20 years. The heat that woman could generate saying two words. She was amazing. I don't want to see it again.
No, I think that the wrestling world is doing all right without an overabundance of general manager positions. I think that in terms of who's nailing that general manager position in 2021, it's still Regal. Regal's
great. I like Adam Pearce. I fear that maybe they're using a little bit too much of him and it could become tiresome soon. But the William Regal sort of Jack Tunney, Gorilla Monsoon role where they come in when absolutely necessary, but otherwise they leave their beaks out of it. It really works for me, and Regal absolutely nails that. The problem with a heel general manager is they need to be involved in storylines, don't they? Otherwise, what's the point of having a heel as a general manager? So they do become overexposed. They get involved in too many storylines. It's just played out. It's really a very, very tired trope. So hopefully the AEW agents that she's pitching this to block her number.
The Basic Instinct VHS you had, was it slow play or long play?
You are old, aren't you? What does that mean? Slow play or long play?
Slow play means that basically, a slow play or long play basically means that you can pause it easier and it's a clearer pause if it's on long play, I believe.
Quite staticky. It was quite static. What were the ones where you could get double the recording time out of? I remember those VHS
That was long
tapes.
play.
That was long play. So just more ribbon.
More ribbon, less fibbing. That's true. Staying with NXT, we talked about the general manager there, William Regal. They really pulled the wool over our eyes a little bit on Wednesday night. Kyle O'Reilly basically being brilliant at selling and setting all the industry alight with it. So what's the temperature backstage at NXT following this Kyle O'Reilly injury angle that felt very, very real?
Toasty, to say the least. Well, apparently it wasn't their intention. It wasn't their intention to concern people, but I really liked it, personally. I like the fact that everybody was talking about a wrestling storyline, whether it was real or whether it wasn't real yesterday, and it's very good, of course, to hear that Kyle O'Reilly is okay. As for backstage, Fightful Select reporting that they're not... there were a few people fairly worried. The quote is, speculation ran rampant last night after NXT when Kyle O'Reilly was stretchered to the back after the attack by Adam Cole. It was a storyline all along. It was a storyline all along. But unfortunately, one dumb fan posted photos of it and started a rumor that it was a seizure. Considering O'Reilly's history with diabetes, this caused a lot of concern among even the NXT roster, who weren't sure about the situation and whether it was real or not. This isn't out of the ordinary, as most of the roster isn't clued in on all aspects of creative. WWE sources we spoke to adamantly stated this was not a seizure storyline, and no mention of such was brought up when the angle was pitched or executed. And when they realised how out of hand the incorrect rumours were, they sent word that it was just a storyline, and Kyle O'Reilly tweeted about it also yesterday, just to let everybody know that he's okay. Thanks for the kind messages and the words of support and everything. I mean, they didn't show any sort of seizure, sort of twitching or convulsing or anything on the show, did they? So no. I don't think it was their intention. I think this is a rumor that got out of hand. And it's just Kyle O'Reilly being great at selling.
Kyle O'Reilly. I watched NXT on Wednesday, and I feel like we've seen the beginning of something really special here, because I think this is going to see Kyle O'Reilly become the face of that brand. Mm-hmm. I think that started on Wednesday. He's so good. He is unbelievably gifted in the ring. He has character and charisma for days. There is something special about him. You can build that company around him now, and I think I'm ready, very much ready to see him in singles competition doing more stuff.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, another one of those guys that they could very much, they looked to be building the company around was Killer Kross, who took some time away to heal up from a separated shoulder, came back into a feud with Santos Escobar. We were meant to see that match go down on Wednesday, but we didn't. Why was that, Andrew? Adam, even.
You're fired.
You look like Andrew, but with more
I've never heard
trousers.
That in my life.
Has anyone ever told you you look like regular legs from Rick and Morty?
Go away. The real reason that we didn't get that match was a medical reason. So Meltzer commented saying, there was a medical reason I heard yesterday. It's a storyline out of necessity, not a planned storyline, the fact that this match was postponed. The match was supposed to happen on tonight's show, and it could not. I was really surprised that they announced it for next week, but they did. So Meltzer's saying, like, okay, it's obviously not... Or the WWE officials don't think it's serious enough that they need to put it off for any longer. It's probably just an ingrown toenail or something. It'll be great. Just tape it out. He's all right. He's all right. You ever had one, Tom? Agony. I
had one that kept coming back to the point where I had to have an operation on it. True story.
What? Cut in half.
They put me. They gave me. They cut my toe off. I remember they put me on anaesthetic and they actually burnt the toenail away. Enjoy your breakfast, America.
Get your belly out again, quick!
Quick! Maybe at the end. Keep stay watching. Keep that graph going up. Finally, we want to give an update on Konnan. There was a discussion yesterday with wrestlers asking for people to say their prayers and thoughts and prayers for Konnan. And we realised that something was amiss. So for those who missed it, what happened and where are we at with it? Adam?
Yeah, so Konnan obviously has had a bit of a rough year or so with regard to health issues. He was hospitalised, and then it was reported that he had also contracted COVID-19 as well. So we got an update on his health because a lot of people were. That was a bit Cilla Black, wasn't it? A lot of people were very worried about Konnan, and understandably so, just because of his health issues. Lucha Libre Online tweeting, as Hugo Savinovich has just reported, Konnan has confirmed to us that he unfortunately tested positive for COVID-19, which is why he is hospitalised. He recognised that his life was in danger. At this moment, he's out of danger and hopes to be given the medical discharge between today and tomorrow to be able to continue his treatment from home. Konnan is in our prayers, as is his family, and we wish him a speedy recovery. So really, really great news as far as his recovery goes there. And Dave Meltzer also updating the situation there, just repeating Konnan is out of the hospital and doing better. So great stuff.
When we know more about it, we'll let you know more at cultaholic.com. Plus, you can check out cultaholic.com right now for the news you may have missed this week. Adam, did you know there might be heat between the Hoff and Hulk Hogan?
What?
Yes. More
you
about
can't
that.
you can't leave me there.
I can indeed.
Cruel.
Plus, our very own Mitch Wadden has an amazing chat with ODB from Impact Wrestling. You can check that out at cultaholic.com right now. And just for full disclosure, because I know that people will come at me for this, I'm going to own it now, right? Yes, I am wearing pajamas whilst wearing a shirt and trousers.
You couldn't see him. You could have got away with that. You could have got away with that. Get your bum out. Get your bum out. Come on.
Somebody do a long play pause and see it. That's going to happen. More news later. Love you. Bye.